Well, we're still waiting for word from the governor's office, although now that the legislative session has ended, I expect that the governor will turn to this issue very quickly.
He said it's his top priority now. Is that at least good news? So now that we've been waiting for so long, the kind of waiting game's over? Or, how is you feeling about that it's top priority now?
Well, I think it's about time that the decision be made. We've had an awful lot of people whose lives are kind of up in the air at this point. I talk to corrections officers, other people that work at our facilities here in the North Country, and it's a lot of anxiety in their lives right now waiting for this. So, while I'm concerned that the news for the North Country might not be perfect, I also want, the families that are going to be affected to finally know what their fate is going to be.
We've heard, that there's options out there, whether you tell Arthur Kill facility, the Sing Sing. Is there any hope that these options will be options that the governor looks at and takes?
It does appear that there are several downstate facilities that have been targeted for closure, but those will not get us to the numbers that the governor needs to get to. So there is very much concern that North Country prisons will be affected, but we've worked to provide information to the governor that would support keeping our facilities open.
So, what do you? Is there anything you can do? Is the mind kind of made up, do you think? Is there anything that you can do in this last week to influence?
I think probably the decision has been made. And they are just working on finalizing their plans for how they will be delivering the news.
So what's the plan of attack here? If it's good news, things go on as normal, but if it's not good news, what do you do from here? Well,
if it's bad news, I'm going to reach out immediately to the governor's office and to find out any and all information I can that can assist our families, and also figure out a way to try to backfill the loss of these jobs in the area, to see, to see what our options are with the various programs that we put in the budget in case there is a closure in our area, and to get that money to work immediately to try to shore up the sector of our economy that will be affected by a closure of this magnitude.
Have there been things that have been done in anticipation of a possibility?
We haven't laid really any groundwork locally. We've worked very hard to demonstrate that our prisons are good prisons, that they have good outcomes when it comes to the programs that they run, and so there hasn't been a whole lot of preparation or planning for what we would do if it was closed and if we were entitled to economic development funds. But certainly, the economic development folks in the area are always working very hard, and I'm sure we'll work hard on this issue and finding ways to improve our economy if a closure should occur in this area.
As far as I know, Governor would probably be okay in this situation, but Ogdensburg obviously is the big one, and even Watertown to an extent. Is there concern for Watertown as much as there's concern for Ogdensburg in your mind?
I am concerned about both of those because those two facilities are a reuse of old facilities, and those facilities around the state have been the ones targeted in recent rounds of closure. So those two facilities are the ones that I'm particularly concerned about in our hub.
And then finally, so the news comes, and you say there's lots of things that can be done. I guess I know maybe you said it's too late, but is there a case that can still be made? Is there anything you can say that?
We'll continue to reach out to the governor. He's very well aware of the arguments for keeping our facilities open. But there hasn't been an official determination, so there is still always time. But I have supported the governor in many of his policy initiatives over the last several weeks, and hopefully maybe that will have some sway with him as well.